Good evening. If you set out to be liked, you would be prepared to compromise on anything at any time, and you would achieve nothing. Welcome to BMC News Live in English, brought to you by Al Hilal Hospital Inter Medical Centers. I am Vinod Narayanan, joining you with the daily news updates. Today's headlines. 6th edition of Bahrain International Air Show kicked off, celebrating a decade of excellence. Bahrain and Egypt signed memo in space field. Validity decreased for UAE visas issued in free zones. UAE started issuing 5-year residency visas for children of Emirati mothers. 6 dead after powerful earthquake hit Nepal, Reuters New Delhi. News in detail. 6th edition of Bahrain International Air Show kicked off, celebrating a decade of excellence. The 6th edition of the Bahrain International Air Show 2022 kicked off today at the Sakir Air Base under the patronage of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa. It will run until 11th November. The Bahrain International Air Show, which was founded in 2010 and is organized under the supervision of His Highness Sheikh Abdullah bin Hamad Al Khalifa, personal representative of His Majesty the King and chairman of the BAAS Supreme Organizing Committee, is celebrating its 10th anniversary. The show offered global companies an effective opportunity to meet with the decision makers in the region's aviation sector and learn about the various investment opportunities they can take advantage of. It also highlights the potential to benefit from Bahrain's geographical location and strong regulatory and business environment by establishing branches in the kingdom as the headquarters for regional operations. High-level delegations from Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, Kuwait, the United Kingdom, the United States of America, Germany, France, and other countries are also present, with transport ministers and civil aviation directors meeting with aerospace and aviation CEOs. Number of voters abroad exceeded 2018 figures. Chairman of the Legislation and Legal Opinion Commission and Executive Director of the Parliamentary and Municipal Elections 2022, Nawaf Abdullah Hamza, said there was a high turnout of voters in the diplomatic missions abroad on Tuesday. Bahrainis visiting or living in other countries cast their ballots in the 37 diplomatic missions in the advance polling ahead of election day in the kingdom on November 12th. The number of Bahrainis who voted on Tuesday exceeded the figures of the last elections in 2018. He said in a statement, "The high turnout is a testament to the sense of responsibility and positive commitment of Bahrainis to exercise their constitutional rights and electing their representatives to the parliament," he added. All the necessary logistical measures had been properly taken in the 37 diplomatic missions to ensure that citizens participate in the election of their parliamentary representatives in a smooth way, he said. The quadrennial parliamentary and municipal elections have been held regularly since 2002 in Bahrain. Attorney General established cybercrime prosecution. Attorney General Dr. Ali bin Fadl Al Buyanin had today issued Edict 59 of 2022, establishing the cybercrime prosecution. Headed by a chief prosecutor, the newly established cybercrime panel will feature a sufficient number of public prosecution members. It will investigate and dispose of IT crimes, including crimes of assault on systems, data, and information on any other means that have the ability to receive, send, process, store, or retrieve data. It will also probe crimes targeting telecommunications as well as crimes using electronic means, provided that its jurisdiction in respect of such crimes extends to the rest of the kingdom's territory. The Attorney General assigned the cybercrime prosecution to coordinate the family and child prosecution, to monitor, study, and analyze crimes against children using information technology means, set recommendations of combat abuses and avoid its recurrence, in addition to providing psychological and social support for child victims. The cybercrime prosecution has also been assigned to follow up on all the cases before the courts and to review and study the verdicts issued in coordination with the appeal prosecution. Bahrain and Egypt signed memo in space field. Minister of Transportation and Telecommunication Mohammed bin Thamer Al Kabi and Chairman of the Egyptian Space Agency Dr. Sharif Siddiqui signed a memorandum of understanding in the space sector. The memo was signed on the sidelines of the 8th Arab Space Cooperation Group meeting, which is held for the first time outside the state of presidency. The meeting was opened today by the Minister of Transportation and Telecommunication at Sakir Air Base, with the participation of delegations from 14 Arab countries. The memo aims to consolidate cooperation between both countries in the space field and hold joint ventures in this respect. Traffic Control Panel plan finalized for Bahrain International Air Show 2022. The General Directorate of Traffic has announced the end of preparations for its plans for the 5th Bahrain International Air Show to facilitate traffic flow for the important event that attracts visitors from inside and outside Bahrain. The Directorate urged road users to cooperate with police personnel and follow instructions in road diversions. Sustainable Development Ministers trust Bahrain's support to global efforts to combat climate change. Sustainable Development Minister Noor bint Ali Khulaif stressed the importance of interstate cooperation to confront climate change challenges. She said that Bahrain, led by His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, with the follow-up of His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, is committed to support efforts aimed to consolidate global environmental security. The minister was addressing the 2022 United Nations Climate Change Conference being held in Sharm el-Sheikh, the Arab Republic of Egypt. She is part of Bahrain's delegation to the 27th Conference of the Parties to the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. Cypriot President Nikos Anastasiades chaired the Summit of Heads of State of the Eastern Mediterranean and Middle East Climate Change Initiative in the presence of the President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi of Egypt. She commented the outcome of the summit, stressing the importance of such joint events in promoting joint action that deals with the climate issue. She noted that Bahrain constantly strives for the effective contribution to all international efforts that achieve international aspirations to limit the effects of climate change through its adoption of relevant initiatives in this regard. She pointed out that Bahrain has launched the National Afforestation Plan aimed at doubling the number of trees and announced a goal to reach zero neutrality by 2060. Today's COVID updates. COVID updates brought to you by Al Hilal Hospital and Medical Centers. The Oil and Gas Holding Company announced discovery of 2 new natural gas reservoirs. The Oil and Gas Holding Company has announced the discovery of the 2 natural gas reservoirs in the unconventional Al-Jiba and Al-Jawaf layers, which are located under the gas-producing Al-Khuf and Al-Unayza reservoirs in the Kingdom of Bahrain. The significant discoveries are in tune with the vision and ambition of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa to boost natural resources and their value in the Kingdom of Bahrain. Making the occasion, representative of His Majesty, the King of Humanitarian Works and Youth Affairs, Chairman of Naga Holding, His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, said that the latest discoveries and positive results have provided the needed valuable information to go ahead with making more evaluation of wells to benefit from all potentials of the promising natural gas resource. This information available to us paves the way for the future development and production of the natural gas resource in the interest of the Kingdom of Bahrain, he said. Now we will be back after a very short break.
The exclusive franchisee of Cochin Kala Bhavan in Bahrain, with over a decade of existence in Bahrain. Exclusive online regular classes have started for classical dances, music vocal, instrumental music, cinematic dance, Kathak, Zumba body fitness, karate and yoga, drawing, arts and craft, children's theatre. For more information, please call 3909 6845 3909 4806 3885 2397 or visit www.bahrainmediacity.com.
Welcome back. Validity decreased for UAE visas issued in free zones. The validity of free zone visas issued in the UAE has been reduced from 3 years to 2. The new validity period went into effect from October this year, when the new UAE visa reforms were rolled out. While visas issued on the mainland have a validity of 2 years, those in the free zones used to have 3. The UAE government has now standardized the validity of work visas. Free zone authorities have sent circulars to clients informing them about the change. Visas that have already been issued will remain valid for 3 years. All new ones will have a 2-year validity, the business consultant said. The new rule is applicable to even visas that are under process, even if you have recently applied for a new visa and reached the final stage of the e-sticker processing, and the Emirates ID application has been approved for 3 years. The visa will be processed and is applicable for 2 years only. A free zone authority said in a mail sent to clients. The above is applicable for new employment visa requests and visa renewals. Dubai fined company Dirham 400,000 for employing 7 workers illegally. The director of a human resources consulting company in Dubai has been fined Dirham 400,000 for failing to comply with sponsorship rules. Dubai's Naturalization and Residency Court imposed the penalty on the director for the employing 7 laborers who were staying in the country illegally. Charges also included employing workers who were not under his sponsorship. The 7 workers were arrested by the competent authorities, according to Dubai's Naturalization and Residency prosecution. Each worker has been fined Dirham 1,000 for working for another sponsor and staying in the country illegally. They will be deported. UAE started issuing 5-year residency visas for children of Emirati mothers. The UAE has started issuing 5-year residency visas for children of Emirati women from foreign nationals. The move follows the implementation of the new law on entry and residence for foreigners, which came into effect on September 5, 2022. The 5-year residency for children of Emirati mothers is a big step forward, as it was for 3 years previously. His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Vice President Prime Minister of the UAE and ruler of Dubai, had in July this year issued Cabinet Decision number 65 for 2022 for the executive regulations of Federal Decree Law number 29 for 2021 regarding foreigners' entry and residency. The UAE's decision introduced several visa and entry reforms to attract high net worth individuals, entrepreneurs and highly skilled professionals. UAE ranked first among GCC countries for best healthcare in 2022. UAE held the top rank among all GCC countries for the best healthcare system in 2022, ranking in the top 50 globally. The quality and rankings of the healthcare systems is determined by a variety of factors including care processes, assesses, administrative efficiency and equity and healthcare outcomes, according to the World Population Review. The results are based on a statistical analysis of the overall quality of the healthcare system, including infrastructure, professionals, cost, medicine, quality availability, and government readiness. Saudi regions to witness thunderstorms on Thursday. The National Center for Meteorology expects that most regions of Saudi Arabia will witness thunderstorms starting from Thursday until Monday. National Center for Meteorology clarified that there are chances for rain to fall in Saudi cities, and it might also be accompanied by hail, fast active downward currents, and elevated dust, in addition to low horizontal visibility. It also expects an increase in the rains starting from Thursday to Monday, noting that this could reach to heavy rains leading to the flow of torrents in most of the cities. 6 dead after powerful earthquake hit Nepal, rattles New Delhi. An earthquake of magnitude 6.6 struck Nepal, killing at least 6 people, destroying multiple houses in the western district of Doti and shaking the Indian capital New Delhi. 5 other people were seriously injured as 8 houses collapsed, said Doti's Deputy Superintendent of Police, confirming an earlier figure shared by Home Ministry official. According to Reuters, local media showed visuals of mud and brick houses destroyed by the quake and rescuers digging through the rubble to look for survivors. At least 2 people are reported missing, said Nepal Army spokesman. Nepal is still rebuilding after 2 major earthquakes in 2015 killed almost 9,000 people, destroyed whole towns and centuries-old temples, and cost a $6 billion blow to the economy. A ground rescue team of the Nepal Army has been rushed to the site and 2 helicopters were on standby in nearby towns. Nepal Seismological Center said the earthquake at a magnitude of 6.6. With that, we come to the end of today's news. Stay tuned for daily news updates in BMC News Live English at 7:30 p.m. every day. I am Vinod Narayanan signing off from BMC News Live. Good night.